this. I'm going to mute you on Discord right now.
Okay, cool.
Now say something.
Something has been said.
Okay, I think we're good.
Are we good? Did I do the browser? No, so it looks like every time...
What was that?
What's up?
I'm going to share the link again.
What link?
The stream link.
Oh, in Swans, you mean? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
What's
No,
up?
and the actual stream has the chat on it now.
Yeah, I think that's because I fucked up.
Oh, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay. So I think we're good to go.
I believe so.
Our levels were good and everything?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I don't know the controls for this game, so I'll just figure it out as we go. Hello, C-Slick. Thanks for joining.
The second stream, the third stream of the day, really.
Technically, yes. Okay, so. Okay.
You're that little fuzzman.
I am the Fuzzman.
Cuckoo. So this is one of them. The controls are like impossible type of games, right?
No, the controls are actually pretty simple. They're unbelievably simple. It's just like you just tapped up. What did he say?
Missed the stream before this one, but now I am home for Phanopoeia gaming whiskey time.
Okay, cool, awesome.
And Flair says hello as well. Hello.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
The last stream ended up just being us trying to figure out the puzzles in the game.
Yeah.
So
this one will be more typical Phanopoeia content, probably.
Windshield Snatch sends some emotes.
Oh, does he?
I looked away. I looked away, and then you got gigantic, and then you just got little again.
Yeah.
Such is the nature of these things.
Such is the nature of that is gaming.
There's some at the top.
Yeah, I fucked up. I have eyes, Tyler. I can see for myself. You fat fucking prick.
Listen.
Yeah.
What I'm viewing is like 5 seconds behind. So.
Okay. Tell me what you've been up to. Well, we've already talked about that a bit, I guess.
Speaking of whiskey time.
Yeah.
It's a game over, kids. The shit's done. Ran out of videos. The gig is up. No, for now. I mean, for now.
So yeah, you and I were talking about that One Piece video you guys just released.
Yes.
And maybe you'll remember on our Portal video that you and I did together, I suggested that we do a One Piece thing and a Dorohedoro thing together.
Yes, which I'm still down to do.
Okay, so you still are down to do those things?
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
You lost your buddy.
I don't have a buddies, Tyler.
Understandable. Flare says, "Did you receive your interface?"
Yeah, I thought please don't use my real name on chat, and, yes, I did receive... You're talking about the SSL2 interface, right?
I like the background.
Yeah, the visuals in this game are gorgeous.
It reminds me of Rayman Legend.
How does this remind you of Rayman?
Have you seen Rayman Legends? Like the newest?
Yeah.
It's Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends or whatever. It's like all hand painted.
Are you talking about like how green it is?
No, the newer ones. They're like hand painted.
I don't know. We're gonna have to play those games so I know what you're talking about.
Well, they're co-op anyway, so we could. But
oh baby. Yeah, we could screen share those games.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine yet, so I was just asking since yours started shipping. But I have also gotten it recently.
Yes, I did receive the interface. Actually, so it's funny you asked that, because I've been wanting to talk to you. Did you get my Discord message? Because
yes.
I told. She said yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been wanting to correspond with you, but yeah. It's hard to think and play this game at the same time, despite how simple it is.
It seems like you have a lot of control over the fuzzman, so you kind of have to like make sure you don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, I did get the fuck. I should have gotten that orb. I did get the SSL2 Plus interface. It did come in. Speaking of that, my parents are away on a trip right now, and so I set up to record Doomsayer. I'll be spending the whole night, doing like microphone placement testing. That's gonna be the hardest thing with the album, is just figuring out mic placement.
Yeah. Well, we're three months out roughly.
Yeah.
And you're on schedule, right?
Well, assuming everything over the next few days goes according to plan, then yes, I will be on schedule to release it on June 20th.
Very nice.
Yes. Oh fuck. But yeah, I mean, who fucking knows what issues will crop up in the following days?
There's always something.
Yeah, there's always. I have learned. It's been a slow process, a very slow and very painful process, and I've learned that there is always something that is wrong.
Yeah, that's pretty much the summation of my experience recording Echo Plaza shit back in the day. Was just the DIY, like just figuring it all out, and there's always something that's gonna fuck up, or that you gotta fix or whatever.
Exactly.
Always.
Yeah. Fuck, I fucked up. Okay, nice. Yeah, I was researching, if, like it's possible to do a monthly rental studio in Bozeman, but it's not. Well, yeah, like the closest thing to that exists is like a storage facility.
But something I've wanted for a long time is to have a studio to record shit in. Like, not just music, but just a space.
Yeah. If only surrogates had survived. LOL.
Well, yeah. If only it was ever in the position to work out.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Flair says, I hope my SSL2 Plus comes soon because I don't trust the ports on my current interface and I'm anxiously excited to see how it performs. I've heard it's like a lot better than Focusrite and stuff. Because I think mine is noise need defective. And C-Slick says, does anyone else remember Surrogates? Fuck, I'm old. Yes. Oops. Kobold is the oldest of all. He remembers original Surrogates. literally before any of us even knew what it was. The ancient days. I apologize. when you're quoting somebody, do it right.
Is that what she said? Oh,
yeah.
No.
Well, no. I said I didn't use "does anyone else." I said "day." Very important distinction.
Okay.
Day, remember 9 Inch Nails? I am a boomer. Everyone who's older than me is a boomer, and everyone who's younger than me is a zoom. That's what I couldn't understand.
That is kind of my thought process.
That's how everyone's thought process is.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah, Flair, the preamps on it sound really fucking good. Like, for how much it costs, it sounds really fucking good. And the line in on the interface sounds really good. Like, really fucking good. Like, I was putting my tape machine through it, because, you know, I need to use the line in on it so that I can, like, I'll be able to put the album online, you know. So I had to see if the line input worked, and it just sounds fucking amazing. I don't know what was happening.
Wait, you're gonna release this album?
What's an album?
Exactly. That's what I should be asking my poor guitar in the corner, weeping.
What?
My guitar's in the corner weeping, saying, use me. And I say, nay. I have things to write. You tempestuous wench.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, and then, fuck. After I record it, which will hopefully happen tomorrow. God damn it. I will, I'll also have to figure out another hard part, which is, how long it'll be needing to buried.
Yeah.
You know? So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'll, like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bury it, and then, like, every 2 weeks I will, like, exhume it, you know? And then, like, put that in the DAW. So I'll just have, like, multiple recordings of it. And, I'll just end up using whichever recording sounds the best.
That's probably a good plan.
Yes, I am a good planner. They call me Good Planner Kobold.
Is that... I don't believe you.
You're right. No one ever calls me that. No one in my life has said that I'm a good planner.
I simultaneously think I'm a good and terrible planner.
I'm
a good planner. I'm good at planning in the long term.
Yeah,
I got the long game figured out, but it's just it's the day by day.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this. You and I are both really good at planning things out years in advance, it seems like.
Yeah. So it's just I am the plan bolt.
No, yes.
Exactly. You got it.
I am the kobold, more like I am the planner.
Yes.
Alright, enough of this shitty joke.
But I have, how many fucking, videos and shit planned. And, I know the broad scope of shit and all this other stuff are, with the unproducer stuff, I know how many subs I want to get to before Season 2 starts and all this other shit.
How many was that again?
I would like to get to 100 by the time Season 2 starts. Once I start, promoting it.
How many are you guys at?
38, 37 or 38.
I see. So, how many subscribers is Phanopoeia at? We have 20, right?
I believe 20, yes.
Okay.
So it has managed to surpass my main channel, which I'm not surprised about whatsoever.
Yeah. Me either. Your videos are shit.
The worst videos ever made. I am within the last week and a half, though. I've really been actually putting my own advice to good use.
Right.
21 subs, apparently, according to Flair.
Oh, really?
So, very nice.
Okay, very nice. Perhaps the 21st to sub is watching this right now. Thank you, you elusive subber man.
Much like the Fuzzman, the subman. They sub silently.
Ugh.
But yes.
Yeah.
Long term planning. I can do.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about before we said that stupid shit?
I don't know. I mean, you were talking about burying the tapes. It all started when I was gonna talk about smashing Thanos with a hammer.
What are you, fucking Thor?
That's kind of the joke. Yeah, that's why we did it with a hammer.
Okay.
That's the deep lore. That's the level of thought we put into how to destroy the different Funko Pops in that video.
Right. The lightsabers were a nice touch.
Yeah. Well, we had to reference back to the
Star Wars video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally. Fuck. Okay, nice. What, I keep forgetting what I was gonna ask you. Something about whiskey time. What the fuck?
Well, let me just talk about that video in general, or just to talk about it.
Which video?
The Funko Pop one, the season finale.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
It's the best fucking one. It's the only one that's any good. All the other ones are the worst videos ever made.
Yeah. Okay.
They're shitty and poopy, and then say what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Well, I've already told you that I think that was the best video. so far. Easily the best chemistry you have had with Eric.
Yes.
I find myself drawn a lot more towards what you have to say than what Eric has to say, and I've been trying to think about why that is for a while. Like, it's like if I could... This is like a gross simplification, right? But,
Okay.
if... Let's say that both you and Eric are writing, an English essay, right?
Yeah.
Then you are the physical embodiment of Logos, and Eric is the physical embodiment of Ethos.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're getting at.
Yeah. He's like, he seems like a very emotionally driven person.
Yeah, in certain ways, I would agree with that.
In certain ways.
I mean, we obviously play it up a little bit for the...
Obviously, for the sake of the show, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like, I think it's a talent of mine to figure out what something made me feel and turn that into, like, an argument.
Yeah, I would...
For its value.
I would agree with that. Yeah, you are fucking amazing at doing that. How do you feel about Eric and you's chemistry?
We're on that next level shit.
Okay.
There's nobody can do it better.
Right. There's like everything that you're a part of is just fucking incredible. Just God, it's insane, next level. No one can replicate your genius.
Somehow it's funny because like we became like secondary friends in like middle school because we were like friends of friends each. Like we were just in the same friend group.
What do you mean by secondary friend?
That's what I mean.
Oh, friend of friend.
Like that's how friend of friends. Basically.
Oh, okay,
we weren't,
okay.
like, that good of friends, but then as we went through high school, the friend group sort of like whittled down and shifted, and eventually there was 4 of us.
Right.
And then after the roller coaster of life, my bandmate and I quit talking, and then my roommate now like fell out. Like I told this story also in Portal, but the French version of it. But so basically, then it just ended up with both of us. But over the course of that, we had pretty much become like best friends. But at the same time, there was 4 of us, and like somehow I was everybody's best friend, which is really like emotionally taxing.
Yeah.
And a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice, but we just I know we see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, but also just like
right, yeah.
It's the sort of thing you can't manufacture, I guess.
Right.
Like I think I said in the Whiskey Time overview post, I think that, like, the core of it is just that we are good friends. Like we would probably be having most of these conversations anyway. So it's just we might as well be making videos.
Right. Yeah.
Like neither of us wants to work a day job, so.
Yeah. Why would you?
Yeah. Exactly.
I was talking with Destin before we started this stream about how, like, I feel like you and I are very rarely at our best, because here's why I think that. Because when, like, so first of all, you and I have like a very specific formula that will make a game work for what we want to do, right? But but like, in addition to that, like, once we're done playing a game that does work for our formula, we just have to go on to a new game. So
yeah.
So it's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked.
I know what we should be doing is just picking a game. What we should just be doing is playing like fucking Path of Exile or Diablo, and then just become that, and then just use it as an excuse to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We both like or whatever.
Yeah,
that would be the easiest. That would save us a lot of headache.
Yeah, but no. Instead, I want to play every video game ever made.
Well, I think it's a good excuse for you to just like play stuff that you're interested in, because otherwise, I don't think you do it, right?
Yeah, I don't play video games outside of here, so this is the only.
I mean, pretty much every video game I have played for coming on close to a year now has been in service of making YouTube videos. So
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I feel like what we should be doing is we should probably just stream games that we know will give us godlike commentary.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's nice to look at something different too.
Yeah, it's like I really appreciate video games as an art form, but like outside of recording for Phanopoeia, I really don't play video games much, like, if ever. So it just gives me an excuse to appreciate an art form that I already appreciate. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, the nice part about doing so many game-related stuff, like, for just... like, basically, a lot of the shit I end up doing on YouTube involves video game. Like, most of the whiskey times.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, all of this, and then a lot of, the videos where I'm actually putting writing into them are pretty much all revolve around video games. So then that sort of makes everything else like my hobby.
Yeah.
Which is nice, because there's something, like, for a while there with music, for instance, like, when I was thinking about writing reviews on Rate Your Music of a lot of different shit, because there's still nobody that writes about music in a way that I want to read.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be the one who does it. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah, you and I have talked about this before.
Yeah. But basically, in brief, it's nice to, since my focus is on other shit, I still get to have the appreciation for video games. But then, like, music and shit is like I can treat it just as like for fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm doing videos on music or video currently. I have this other one. I just gotta film it. I was thinking about filming it tonight, but here we are. So.
But here you are, and here I am.
But I'll do it. I'll do it eventually. So. It's nice. It's nice to have other things to be a hobby. Basically, is my point.
This might seem extremely shill-ish of me, but I was wondering if you would, like, if I gave you a free copy of my tape when it's finally said and done, would you review it on your what I just heard thing?
Yeah, I would. I would be down to do that.
Holy shit. Very nice.
I would do it for anybody. My current only stipulation is that I have to have the music physically, basically.
Yeah, right.
Which I mentioned. Yeah, so.
Very nice. Because I was thinking of a way that I could like get more eyeballs on my music in a way that is organic, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, oh hey, I'll hit up Tyler.
Yes. My platform exists, however minuscule. You know, one thing I hate about making things on the internet is that you don't know, like, what's bots and what's not, and it's discouraging.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm like, one thing about making art on the internet is you don't know which people are bots and which people aren't.
Oh.
So it can be discouraging because, like, I get all these likes on my blog posts or whatever, and I'm positive 99% of them are just like
bots,
like auto. I mean, I go to the blogs and it looks like there's actually people running them, but I think WordPress just recommends my blog to people who talk about keywords that I talk about, and then they just go around liking other people's blogs in order to promote their blog.
Right, because I was gonna say that Indian guy that likes a few of your posts. It seems like he isn't a bot.
Yeah, but also people don't comment, so I just don't know.
Well, the thing about your shitty WordPress site is that you have to have a fucking WordPress to comment on it.
Oh, do you? I didn't even know.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not gonna create as much as I love your stuff, as much as I am your #1 fan, I'm not gonna create a fucking WordPress account to,
No. I don't know what website I could use where you wouldn't have to make an account, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Blogger, but Blogger was more... It was more difficult to set it up how I have it set up now.
Really? Okay.
And I'm in favor of how I have it set up now because there's a different, like, main page for every different thing. And then also just the feed or whatever.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the thing to actually do would just be, like, learn HTML and just make an actual website. And then just custom tailor it to exactly.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal, right?
Yeah.
God damn it.
If I ever go full time, it's on my list of shit to do. So.
Why do you say if?
To make myself not sound conceited. When I go full time. It'll happen. Let's put it that way.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, when I go full time, it will happen or I will die. One of those two things will come first.
Well, you have some guaranteed income because I plan on helping you out. But, I don't know if... Because I was thinking about how much I want to give you.
I don't know what my tiers are going to be. There are going to be some amount of tiers, but they're not going to be anything robust. At least not at first.
I was oh fuck. Oh, I figured it out. Okay. I was thinking about how much I want to give you, and I'm like, you know, what the fuck? How much is, like, insane to give someone a month on Patreon?
I don't know. It depends on their tiers, I guess.
All right, tell me what you think you're gonna have your tiers be.
Probably. Well, it's a fine balance because I don't want to be like a scumfuck money bitch. So the lowest level's probably going to be I will have a Discord.
And so your Discord is going to be Patreon only.
It's going to be the simple idea is $1, but the smarter idea is $2. Because then people want to make that the lowest tier, and then
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you've thought it out, huh? Okay, so what?
So it'll be $1 or $2 for the Discord.
Okay, so what is your highest tier going to be?
That's the higher it gets, the less sure I am, because
shut the fuck up and tell me what you are thinking right now. Just right now.
Okay, well, some sort of like patron exclusive, like monthly, either a vlog or a podcast or something, just explaining what I'm doing more in depth than I do. Like on here, for instance.
Right, yes.
So that'll probably be like the next level up. So like $10, maybe $5 or $10. probably $5.
Wait. So you're telling me that the highest tier?
That's not gonna be the highest. That's not gonna be the highest.
Oh, okay. We're just going incrementally.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
These are my what I'm leaning towards the most right now.
Okay.
The highest tier will be something that's like personal, like a fucking. What I really would love to do is like merch. Like every month
well, I can tell it
every month or a couple times a year. Do like a new T-shirt design and limit it to like 5 or 10 people.
Well, I can tell you. Well, if it's not obvious, I'm trying to hint at that I am going to whatever your highest tier is. I'll just sub to that.
It'll be $10,000. Flair says I think it's clipping a lot. Okay, let me check the audio. I'm gonna mute you for a second.
Oh no! Don't mute me.
Okay, now say something.
Oh my god! I'm saying something.
Okay. Sounds okay to me.
Yeah, fuck you, Flair.
If I sound well, I don't know if that's what you meant by that, but if I sound crappier, it's because we're streaming the audio of our Discord call for my audio, basically.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is how it has to be.
Whatever Discord spits out on the other end, you get a shittier version of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it's so odd because on my end you sound just fine.
Yeah.
But then on because of something with Twitch, I don't know.
I think part of it is also you just get if we're having a conversation, your audio is a certain below perfect quality. You just get used to it.
Yeah.
But then Cobalt's playing the game, not me. But when there's each of us and we have different audio qualities, then it's more irritating.
Yeah.
When you're listening to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's part of it.
Yeah. Fucking hell. This is so hard to do. What the fuck is going on? Okay.
But I don't know. That also sounds like some, I'd have to come up with designs and then do it. So I don't know if that would be something immediate, but
Well, who gives a fuck? Listen,
and also something in there where I will take requests to do something.
Okay, well, I mean, how often do I give you requests for shit?
I mean, not that often. I'm just saying that's another thing that I think will be in there. But
Okay, well, when did you say you were going to start the Patreon?
After the first cycle of videos, which I'll explain in a second. Fleur says, "Hey, sorry, I gotta go."
Okay, thank you.
You're not allowed. You have to stay. You have to stay. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And I am in love with you.
The only thing I love is the game.
Truly, we are gaming.
Fleur says, "Ha ha ha."
Okay, fuck! Very nice. So yeah, please explain what the first batch of videos is, because even though you have already explained it to me, I have forgotten.
I'm gonna be very direct this time.
Okay.
I'm too coy.
Yeah, you are.
I think people. I see the long game and the grand arc of it all, but it's hard for anybody else to see, especially when it's entrenched and it involves fucking video game fucking videos. Okay, so the first video is just goofy. Because who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny and has like a decent amount of editing. That was to give me some editing practice, and also just like see if I could write something that was entertaining for a certain amount of time without having to tap into like the critical thinking that much.
Congrats, you figured it out.
That was the function of that video. Next video was covering like an indie game that not a lot of people know about. That was part of it.
And that was Digital a Love Story, right?
That's right. And also trying to be a little bit more like analytical and have it be more like a direct analysis kind of thing, but also bring aspects of why I personally, there's the personal element to it,
right?
As opposed to just making it something that's like academic.
Yeah.
So that one was supposed to be more of the straight critique kind of. So then the video I'm doing now, the Tony Hawk video, is extremely autobiographical.
Yeah.
The video game is an excuse for me to talk about something that's hard for me to talk about.
How Tim Rogers-esque would you say that it is going to be?
Probably more than any of the other ones.
Okay. I'll love it then. I will fucking love it then.
It's a little bit more. It's even less about the game than something like, I don't know, like his Devil May Cry video.
Really? Okay. Awesome. Okay. I mean, that is good to know.
I don't want to. Yeah. Okay. I'll just. Although I have been contemplating, on one hand, I don't want to do this, but on the other hand, I may ask you to like edit the script and shit before I finalize it.
Who, me?
If you'd be willing, yes.
I would,
because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but at the same time, I want like, I've spent so much time banging my head against the wall on it that I want like a second opinion before I.
I mean, this is very like, I don't know. This situation seems ironic to me because you don't want to spoil anyone, yet you are asking your biggest fan for editing advice, which would be spoiling them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue. So, I've been contemplating it.
So let me just say that I would be honored if you wanted me to edit it.
Oh, well, let me put it this way: don't be surprised if I ask you to sometime in the next few days.
Okay. Please wait until after. Please wait until Monday to have me edit anything, because
Okay,
I will be working a lot on my short story that I read to you earlier. Because it's due Sunday, so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Understandable. Okay, so the next video is that I'm almost positive I'm going to do next to Sonic Adventure 2, which I mentioned. 100%, even more, no writing whatsoever, just editing. 100% editing.
Right. What the fuck?
This is strange.
What? What's going on during the game?
Yeah, so it's 100% editing, still comedic, but just all editing based, pretty much.
Right.
So another point on you kind of see the spectrum that I'm building, and I'm trying to place all these different videos somewhere on it.
Right.
I guess it's not exactly it's like a grid. It's a grid of editing and editing and not editing is like on one part of the spectrum, and then the other spectrum is like academic criticism versus extremely personal autobiography with a video game involved.
Right. Well, okay, I don't even need to say it. You know that I am fucking in love with Tim Rogers, so you know that's what I'm here for.
Then the likely one after that will be the Headhunter video, which is also an old game that not a lot of people know about.
Finally, how long ago? How long ago did you tell me about that? Like 2 months ago?
I don't know. I've had it in mind even longer than that.
Wow. Okay.
Most of these videos I had pretty much cemented that I wanted to do them by the time the Sonic Adventure video came out, and that was like almost 3 months ago now, right? Yeah. So, and then that one, my plan for it, and this is my issue, is that sometimes these things change as I do them or whatever.
Yeah.
But the idea with that one is to be somewhere like dead center.
What, like half autobiographical, half academic criticism sort of shit?
Yeah, it's also gonna be like more overtly humorous, but also I'm gonna try to like actually look at the game and what I think is interesting about it.
Okay.
And that kind of shit.
Right.
And then pretty much there's like a finale, which is I'm very loath to mention what it is, in case I don't do it, because it's like it'd be the most ambitious video I've done yet.
Okay, what is it?
Are you familiar with La Mulana?
I'm sorry? Can you repeat that?
It's a game called La Mulana.
Okay, so I know what it is now. You don't have to say anything. No, I have never heard of La Mulana.
It's a. Well,
tell me what it's about.
It's like a throwback to old Japanese PC games, like on the MSX2, and it's like a 2D. It's sort of inspired by Indiana Jones a little bit, but like you basically play a character who you explore this big fucking temple, and it's all like these extremely like complicated puzzles and shit, basically.
Okay.
But it's also like a 2D platform where you run around and whip shit.
I have a feeling like you've mentioned this game before.
Maybe I have, but I want to do like a commentary of the entire game.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever nonsense you.
And there's also like a remake of it. So I don't know if the remake will be incorporated or if that'll be a video later on down the line. Because I'm definitely starting with the original, but I don't know if I'll play through both a couple times and then use footage from both to like show how things are different.
Right.
I want it to be the best video on this game that has been made, basically.
Yeah.
Like the end all be all, like, this is the video you need to watch. Basically.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see. Depending on how long it takes me to get to that point, I may do the Patreon before. I start that one. We'll just see.
Okay.
If I can get to like I guess it depends on how long the Headhunter video takes. That's like but I think it's gonna be a lot less. Like by the end of April, I pretty much want to be done with this entire set of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And onto more thing. And I've mentioned some other ideas for videos, but those are more vague ideas, like the Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that sometime over the course of the summer because I think it's interesting, and also just it'd be good. I think it'd be good to get views. So those are always good. Those are always good videos to do when you want to actually get. Because call me conceited, but I think when I get the eyeballs on my work, I think it's good enough, like for it to have a dedicated audience. I honestly do think that.
Yeah. I don't think anyone disagrees with that.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, so
the most feedback I ever get is from you, and although I appreciate your feedback and I trust your feedback, you're also only one person. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, but okay, so I mean, there were random people commenting on the Digital A Love Story, and they liked it.
Yeah. But it's gotta be. I gotta get. I mean, I need to be like above the poverty line on Patreon before I can start like, okay, it's time to do this full time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I need to be. So it's just a matter of making that happen. So
okay,
basically like $1,000 or $1,100 a month on Patreon would be like, okay, this is like real shit right now.
Yeah. Well, I would be dedicated to. Well, I didn't want to say this right now, but I'll just, since we're putting it all out there, I'd be down to make 1/20th of your goal myself. Well, I could do that.
Well, I guess it depends on what the highest tier is, but yeah.
Well, fuck it.
Let me put it this way: I don't. In a hypothetical situation, I don't want anything more than the highest tier for any person. Pretty much.
Okay, well, fuck you. I feel like your work is worth, like... Here's what I believe your work is worth, okay? I think your work is worth $50 a month. That's not a number that I'm pulling out of my ass, by the way. I've thought about that number a lot, and I feel like that is fair to give you a month. So
I can appreciate that.
So fuck you. Make your highest tier $50.
Yes. So, and then I have conceptions of what like the quote unquote second cycle will start to incorporate.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I want to have the safety net of people paying attention, but I'm going to get weird with the shit.
Okay.
Because as you know, who is my biggest YouTube influence? Who's my favorite YouTube man?
Brad Garlinghouse.
You got it.
Yeah,
so there's gonna be more
Digibro, right?
No.
Who?
He's okay, but he's not based. He's not as based.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jess, you're talking about Jess.
Oh yes, of course. The God King himself of.
Did you see that?
It. I'm astounded. I'm shocked and appalled.
I mean, you saw that, right?
There's gonna be a lot. There's going to be the narrative is gonna, the lore is gonna expand.
Okay, cause I need the fucking lore.
The cast of characters is gonna get incorporated.
Will it really? Like unironically?
Advil Manatee, Dark Barney. These figures are waiting for the wings for their scripts to arrive.
Is this a joke, or are you serious?
No, I'm dead ass serious.
Oh my god, I love it.
There's gonna be lots more of like me on camera, and more of everything, just off the fucking wall. Like I'm gonna get weird with the shit.
Okay,
I had no intention of just making like.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Let me write a video about this video game. No, that's when I say I have it planned. I know the cycles. I have the sagas, like I know what they're going to be.
Saga of Dark Barney. It's like that girl in One Piece who says Saga of after everything.
Yeah. God, what the fuck is happening in this game?
I don't know, dude.
But yes, there are sagas in the wings waiting.
I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that.
Not that I ever want to stop just making. I don't want to stop like. It will always be important to me to have good write. Like, I see myself as a writer more than anything else.
Right.
I just feel like now video. I have a passion for video. Also, talking about video games is much easier with video than just text.
Yeah. Fuck.
And I'm interested in cinematography and stuff, but it's always the most critical thing. The thing I spend the most time on is the writing, for sure.
Yeah, naturally.
So. Yeah. So now you kind of have a broad idea of and then Advil Manatee is pretty much just going to stay anything that's lower effort. But I think there's going to be more. As the lore begins to occur, there's going to be more like,
as it begins to accrue,
self-reference and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
As the lore accrues, so too shall the fans.
Yeah. And at that point, it's just acquiring friends whose work I like and trying to collaborate. Pretty much. Those are my broad goals.
All right. Do you like my writing? Well, I think you've made it clear that you do like my writing, but yes. I don't know. I think the short story that I'm about to write is like the best thing that I will write so far.
Well, I'm excited to see the whole thing.
So let me. So what do you remember about the short story that I read to you a bit ago?
On the other stream? Not a lot.
Okay, let me read it again. me read it again. It's short, so it's fine. I was born in what appeared to be an aged wood carving shop, although I suppose it makes more sense to say that I was created or crafted. This presupposition is predicated upon the implication that the first thing I ever saw was a decrepit man's wrinkled face and trembling hands. One hand clung to the desk for leverage, whilst the other bore a whittling knife into what I assume was supposed to be my face. He grunts out a restrained Ashura with each nick, each chisel Herculean in effort yet precise in placement. And that's it. So, keeping to my persona, I'm going to... So what I want to do with this story is, well, so, like, the guideline, basically he said that we can write anything we want for this one, but he would like to see it be like something macabre or horror. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna do an autobiographical essay under the guise of fiction, where the doll that I'm gonna write about is it's gonna be about a doll that like it can't feel anything, and it's going to describe its own life and like all the owners it's ever had, and all that shit.
Very interesting. It makes a lot of sense to me, though. Conceptually.
Yes. How do you feel about my writing? Like, do you think my writing is good? Or do you think it's bad, trash, poopy, doo-doo?
Yes, I think it's good.
Oh, wow. Truly my ego, truly my,
I wanna pass along a paragraph. I want to give the audience, and I want to give I gave you a couple sentences. I want to give the audience a paragraph of this Tony Hawk video, so they can understand understand what I'm shitting out.
Yeah.
That is taking months. So I want people to have an idea. So. I took it seriously, is what I want you to understand. To skateboard was real shit, in quotes, and no one could tell me otherwise. I had stacks of Thrasher and Transworld at 10 and 11. Much of my time in that era and the few years after on the newborn YouTube was watching Mike Vallely and Rodney Mullen compilations and accruing tech decks and tech deck accessories. As I mentioned earlier, I worked on skateboarding. I couldn't operate to save my life, but I had a board and I rode down big hills and wobbled around on curbs like a traking toddler. I rolled around parking lots and suburban streets near my school, looking at people with what was surely a bizarre and twisted expression. My joints and neck locked in place.
Oh my god, I know the exact face that you're talking about.
My bony form resembling some thankfully extinct bird. Too weird to live. I just really remember.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
I distinctly remember bringing my board to my new school when I entered 6th grade, maybe 3 or 4 desperate times. Surely I was accosted by some authoritarian fuck who got their power rush bossing around children. But when I really dissect that confidence in a long ago memory, that would have occurred in a now demolished building. I get a stronger confidence that those 3 or 4 disparate times were more like never. Maybe I saw someone else bring a skateboard and get yelled at like a juvenile delinquent repeat offender. A sweaty and bald man trying his best with his harsh upbringing to harshly lecture moral wisdom into a child. I sort of get sick to my stomach at the notion that my own childhood is as foreign to me as a medieval peasant's memories of shovel-flinging shit for the majority of their waking life. I'd wager our dreams came true at roughly equal rates. That's the paragraph.
Oh my god. That was hilarious.
That's the experience I'm trying to get like 30 minutes out of, so.
Yeah, that's worth my money. I almost want to ask you to read it again. It was so good. Really, it was so good.
Well, you can go back and listen to it. And when it comes up, when it's in the video, you'll have it forever.
That's true. That's true. The fucking
I don't want to blow the wad any more than I already have.
That's true. That's true. Just the shit about a bird and the face that you made while skating, and then like people see other people seeing your face. Dude, I know exactly what you're referring to.
Teeth clenched.
Or like did you ever give people the face when like you're like, oh dude, I'm so fucking cool, I'm skating. Yeah. Did you ever do that face?
Surely I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I certainly did.
Yeah, I gave.
Must have.
Yeah, I gave people that face when I was longboarding.
Yeah. It's like eyebrows, like fucking strong brows.
Yeah.
Wide-eyed. Clenched teeth.
You're like, ooh, look at me. Yeah. I'm skating. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I feel like anyone who has like gone skating in their life ever will shriek with laughter at that paragraph.
I hope so.
But also, it's kind of like depressing.
Yep. That's the idea.
Yeah. Kill me.
You're so unaware. You have no self-awareness, and by the time you have any self-awareness of yourself in that moment, oops, it's been 10 years later, and do you actually even remember it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
What is this game? Like, what is it?
I don't know. I mean, it makes perfect sense. What's up?
I mean, it's neat.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense if you play it. It's like you understand the mechanics of the game.
It almost seems like sort of like the Flash games that you'd have on like fucking like Cool Math and shit, but like evolved.
What the fuck is Cool Math?
How do you not know about Cool Math games?
Dude, I don't know shit about games. Dude, I had
Cool
no
Math Games is like it was a game website that like it was everybody played it like in school because it wasn't blocked because it had math in the name.
Dude, I played Dragon Quest in school.
That's based.
Do you remember Dragon Quest?
Do I remember Dragon Quest?
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I played Dragon Quest in school, like in elementary school.
What Dragon Quest are you talking about?
Hold up. Now I gotta look it up.
Like on what website? What did you play? 'Cause I played shit on Armor Games all the time.
Dragon Quest. Pretty sure it's literally called Dragon Quest, like a game.
But not Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest.
I don't fucking know what you're talking about, dude.
Like the series Dragon Quest.
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Who's your favorite fucking YouTuber?
Oh.
What's his favorite fucking YouTube? God.
Yeah, okay, my bad. We need to play Dragon Quest games.
Yes.
Like, earlier we were talking about games that would be good for our formula. Those would be games that are good for our formula. I mean, if we ignore all the dialogue.
Yeah, which you don't want to do on. There's some of them that it's fine to ignore all the dialogue on, but
okay, well, let's play those.
Well, those are like.
Are those the shit ones?
No, it's like 3 and 9 kind of, but 9's on the DS.
Oh well, 3 is. I've heard that 3 is okay.
Yeah, 3 is generally 3's like my second favorite or third favorite.
Isn't Dragon Quest 5 like amazing?
Yeah, that's so. The ones that get the most love are 3, 5, 8, and 11.
Okay, so, yeah, because I've heard
you've seen, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've heard Tim talk about how 5 and 11 are godlike.
Yeah, 8 is a lot like 11 because it was it was the first 3D one, so the art style similar, and it had voice acting.
Sorry,
I can't. Kind of shit.
I can't find the game that I'm talking about.
I'll forgive you.
But yeah,
sometime we should do a stream where I fucking play a bunch of Flash games that I played as a kid. That'd be fun.
I'm pretty sure it might have been a Flash game. What the fuck? Like it was similar to RuneScape. It was like in the same vein as RuneScape and Pox Nora.
Okay. That makes sense.
Not that RuneScape and Pox Nora are alike, but you know, like the same grouping of games.
Yeah. So 8 is kind of like 11.
Yeah.
It has voice acting and shit, so that's why it's.
Oh my god!
That's part of why it's well loved. But then 3 was.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that. Do you remember Tim's video for 11? Like there's a moment where he's just showcasing the voice acting in Japanese, and it's like these, like a crow demon person is talking. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, if it's his original video, there was no voice acting in Japanese.
I don't know, but
he also did a video about the Switch version, which added Japanese voice acting.
Okay, yeah, that.
So I don't remember exactly which moment.
That must have been what it was, because there was a moment where he was showcasing the voice acting in Dragon Quest XI. It was fucking amazing. Like some of the best voice acting I've heard in my life.
Yeah, I don't know about the Japanese because I haven't. Well, next time I play it, I'm going to play it in Japanese, but I've already played it twice.
Next time you play it, let's play it on the show.
Well, it's that 11 is like a gargantuan fucking enormous game. Not that I am opposed to playing it, but it, like, my first time it took me 115 hours.
Okay, let's do it. That'll take us a year to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
well, that's what I would say is like September 2017 it came out on PS4 and I got it the day it came out, and literally all I remember from that month of my life is playing that game.
All right, maybe
all of my free time for a month was just playing Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want. I don't know if I would even want the best game in the world to take up a year of our time on this show. So, maybe
Eric and I played it, and it took me like another 80 hours.
Yeah.
For the video or whatever.
If we ever switch to doing more than one session a week, then we'll talk about doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and of course, the best version of the game is the Switch version, which I don't have a way to stream right now anyway.
Yeah, did I tell you that I sold my Switch?
You told me you were selling it.
So I did sell it.
Okay.
Which is a real shame, because I didn't want to. But,
well, if you're not using it.
Yeah. Yeah, like it got to the point where the only reason I would ever see myself using my Switch would be if it were for Phanopoeia, but then, like, we play PC games on here, not Switch games, so...
Well, I have a Switch too, so...
Right.
I can just play.
I really want us to play the new Animal Crossing. Even if only for one session. Just like one session of it.
I'm down. I'm not really like Animal Crossing's fine.
Yeah.
Basically.
So you don't see yourself buying the game?
No, probably not.
Not even to discuss it on Whiskey Time?
No. Neither Eric or I are really into that type of game. Like I don't really care for Stardew Valley very much. I don't like Harvest Moon. It's not that I don't like them. I say I don't like them. I understand why people like them. But on one hand, I am not the type of person that wants to play a game like for forever, or like just
as we just finish a conversation about Dragon Quest XI.
Well, yeah. Well, if it's but I had 115 hours of fun with Dragon Quest. That's my point. Is like if I played Animal Crossing for 115 hours, I would have had a much less fulfilling experience, probably.
Right.
Like some people want a game that they can just use to relax. Like, I don't play video games to relax necessarily. I like relaxing games.
Yeah.
But Animal Crossing is the kind of game that you're just supposed to play. You're also supposed to make it part of your routine. Like you play like maybe 30 minutes or an hour a day or whatever, because you can only do so much in every day, which I cannot stand. I cannot stand that because when I do something, I do it to the absolute. I do it for 8 hours.
Right.
If I'm playing a video game, I play the shit 8 hours a day until I beat it, like a fucking job.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about. I play the game for 8 hours. I get into bed and I pull up something, criticism of the game on my phone and read it. Literally, that's what I do.
Right.
So it's just not the type of game that, in terms of what you do, or the way that you're really supposed to play it, is something that I'm overly interested in. I played the original on the GameCube some, I think, and I played the one on the 3DS, New Leaf, for maybe like, I played it for like 40 or 50 hours. I played it for a good chunk of time, and
right.
I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to buy Animal Crossing again unless it's like an extenuating circumstance.
Right. Yeah. Do you like the Katamari games?
Although I have not played, I played one of them a little bit. Most of my experience is secondhand from seeing my friends play it, but yes, Katamari is that next level shit.
Okay, so that's interesting, because
Katamari's fucking Kino as fuck.
That's interesting because I would consider Animal Crossing and Beautiful Katamari, like, obviously not in the same.
I think Katamari is a relaxing game that would appeal to me. I think they're both relaxing games. Okay. I think Katamari you can also play and finish, right? Like most of them, like you play, you can get to the end of them.
Yes.
And it feels like a considered like experience.
Yes.
Whereas like Animal Crossing feels like hanging out in like a fake town.
Okay.
And none of the mechanics are like interesting in and of themselves. It's not like the fishing mechanic is like fun to do necessarily. It's just like you want to get one of each fish so you can pay off your debt, and you know, it's just all this kind of very slow incremental progress, and that's just not that. It just doesn't appeal to me very much.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, of all of the ones I've played, Animal Crossing, I've played some of Stardew Valley, not a lot, so I don't want to speak on it, but it seems like, for the most part, Animal Crossing is the best at that type of thing that I've seen. Like, better than Harvest Moon, better than any of these, like, online games.
Holy shit, Harvest Moon. So, my first time hearing about Harvest Moon was, my first girlfriend told me about it, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy it for, I'll have my dad get it for me for Christmas, so I can see what this thing is about that you like so much, and I wasn't into it. Like, you know, I got the idea. It was similar enough to Animal Crossing that I got it, you know.
Yeah.
But like,
it's more about the farming, isn't it? And like somebody.
Yeah. It's not exactly obvious what you're supposed to do to advance the game.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I still have no idea how you're supposed to advance the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're fine. That's pretty much my thoughts on Animal Crossing and like similar games. But also, I was just gonna say that another like similar thing is like I played Minecraft a lot in like 2009.
Oh god.
And like 11, right after it like officially released in 2011, right? Like
I think
1.0.
I played Minecraft a lot in 2012, I think.
Yeah, so like in the same era, pretty much.
Yeah, 2011, 2012, around then.
The main thing about it when I played it is that at first it was fucking rad to like just play that type of game.
Yeah.
You know, just run around and, you know, the survival aspects and all that shit. But then eventually, the issue with the game is there's nothing to fucking do.
Yeah.
Because I never found, like, to me, the idea of, like when there was no progression in the game and no, like, really new areas to unlock where you sort of just, you mined up and you got the best ores and eventually, like, you had the best tools and shit. And then after that, I was kind of like, well, what can I build? Or you just do creative mode. Creative mode, never give a fuck about. I'm not creative, I guess.
Yeah, creative mode was poopy dog shit. I did not like it.
And there was no progression system that made playing it very long interesting. But then, like, around the same time as when I first got into Terraria, okay? In Terraria, I was way more into, because there's, like, in Terraria, you start and then you unlock certain ores, and then certain NPCs start coming to your village, and you do certain dungeons, then you unlock new areas with new bosses and shit, and like there's like a difficulty curve, and all this, there's like an equipment progression system, all that, so it's like, it feels like a fucking video game.
Right.
Like there's something to progress towards, for the most part. Although I will say both of these examples are a little bit different. with friends, because Minecraft is I've had a lot of fun playing with like 3 and 4 people on Minecraft, just like, and it's been years since I've seriously played it. So
it's way different now. It's unbelievably different now.
But like in 2013, even in 2013 and 2014, when I didn't play I didn't give a fuck about the game anymore. Like sometimes with friends, I would still play it, especially in person. Like we'd play on Xbox or whatever. And I mean, it was just fun to like split screen and spend like the night playing Minecraft and just like hanging out. Like it's a good way to hang out, I guess.
Fuck.
Yeah. But
right.
And you could do the same thing with Terraria, I guess. But even when I played Terraria with like my brothers and sisters and shit, I was always trying to be like, yeah, let's go fucking do the shit we're supposed to do, because I want to unlock the next weapon and the next armor and all this other stuff. That's sort of the same kind of thing that keeps me from really getting invested in a game, but a different example. Just the nothing to fucking do thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate, like, with something like Minecraft, is that it's a way to, like, it's a way to express yourself or whatever, to do creative mode and make cool shit. Like, I can appreciate it. Just because there's also lots of other games where, like fighting games or games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, where, like, you express yourself in the way you do, like, these insanely complicated fucking, like, combos and shit or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I respect that as people who get really good at those games. You know, and then they make combo videos or whatever. It's a form of self-expression or whatever, which of course I'm me, so like I can get into it. So with Minecraft, I get it too. It's the same type of thing. You spend hours and hours working towards this like bigger goal in order to like show off, like, oh look, I was creative on this game. Like it's cool, but it's not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, like, but yeah. With Minecraft, I
have an appreciation for it.
With Minecraft, I just made my house bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm wasting like my whole life on this game on making a house bigger.
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't take the game seriously, right? So
yeah, well, it's really addictive too. Like, I think part of it when you play like survival mode is just like.
But like I
think this is something people like about like Don't Starve as well, is just the day-night cycle. It's so short that like you never get everything you want done in a day. So then you're like, okay, well the next day I can do this. Next day I can do this. Next day, and then it gets in the loop of yeah. I mean, it's smartly made in order to keep people playing it for a long time.
Yeah.
My favorite game of that type, though, is I've played Dragon Quest Builders 1. Lo and behold, Dragon Quest is the best at something, but...
Wow.
Dragon Quest Builders has a very, like... I think there is a creative mode or whatever, but, like... Immediately, in the first part of the story of the first game, you're building up a town in this area or whatever, and like new NPCs are coming and asking you to do certain quests for them or whatever, and then after you mostly explore this first island and like reach the cap of the progression you can reach there, you go to a new island with like new hazards and shit, and then you basically start a new town.
Okay.
So it's a step more difficult than the first town, but like I think in Dragon Quest Builders 1, the second town is like it's an area filled with poison and shit. So all the townspeople are worried about poison monsters and shit. So now you have sort of a new type of hazard to deal with, and it does that like I think like 5 or 6 times. Like there's 5 or 6 different chapters, and that's way more appealing to me because I like the day-night cycle, running around killing monsters, getting materials, and like building cool shit. But I want to have some like level of something to do.
Yeah. Like
something to work towards. I want to have a goal. That's not just like make my house bigger. Or,
right.
You know, that kind of thing.
How long does Dragon Quest Builders take?
I think it's like 30 or 40 hours. I think it's like a very, very, robust. I didn't finish it. I haven't finished it.
Maybe we could do that.
Maybe. I think there's a sequel. Well, the unfortunate thing is it's not on PC. I would love it.
Oh, right.
Especially 2, because 2 has co-op.
Oh, okay.
So Dragon Quest Builders 2, like on PC, would be fucking rad.
Yeah.
But that's one. I need more. I need more Dragon Quest on PC, and I need more. I need Atlas to start porting the fucking Megami Tensei games to PC as well.
Are there any Dragon Quest games on PC?
There are some. Let me pull up the store. The main one
please
is like an actual Dragon Quest Builders 2 is on Steam.
I'm sorry, what?
Dragon Quest Builders 2 is on Steam.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Well, you can play it sometime.
Let's do it next time.
Well, I would have preferred to wait till it's on sale.
Okay, fair. How much does it cost? I'm trying to see if I can turn up brightness.
So it's $60.
Can I turn up brightness?
Anyway, the only Dragon Quest games on Steam are Dragon Quest 11, and not the new like definitive edition or whatever on Switch, which has some new stuff. I mean, they're like 95% the same, but there is some like quality of life improvements and shit on the Switch version, and more voice acting, like the Japanese voice acting or whatever. Then there's Dragon Quest Builders 2 now, which we were just talking about, and then there's Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, which are like, like Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors.
Yeah.
Like Musou games where you kind of like the combat systems are kind of simple, like they're not that complicated, but there's like a million enemies and like a million different characters you can play as with their own moves and shit. Like Pirate Warriors. Did you ever play Pirate Warriors, the One Piece ones?
No, I never played those.
Those are probably the best fucking One Piece games, to be honest. But Dragon Quest Heroes is that, but Dragon Quest.
Right.
And honestly, I played like half of Dragon Quest Heroes. I think Dragon Quest Heroes is probably my favorite Musou game I've played too.
Really?
The stream's like fucked.
Yeah, I know. I'm figuring it out.
Oh, okay.
All I wanted to do was increase the fucking brightness, but it looks like that's not possible, and I fucked up the...
It's back. It's back to normal.
No, it's not.
On my screen, on the stream it is. Now it's not.
Yeah. LOL.
I can't believe you're like only like fucking 15% of the way through the game.
Really?
Yeah, well 31 out of 207
What the fuck? Jesus. I just wanted to turn up the brightness, bro.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting. I mean, yeah. So on one hand, I don't understand I don't understand the passion people have for it, because I don't think the Animal Crossing games are so different that like you can't just keep playing them. So everyone was like losing their mind over like when's the next one coming out, but I don't know. Based on my experience with them, they aren't like so different that a new one's gonna like radically change the formula or whatever.
Yeah, they're not.
I guess it's nice to not to have a different system or whatever, and better graphics or whatever. But you have something like Pikmin, man. I want a new fucking Pikmin. Where's the Pikmin trilogy on Switch?
Yeah,
why haven't they done that yet? I know.
For real. That's a good ass question.
Or at least port fucking Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3's stuck on the fucking Wii U. Just think about that. And then didn't even use the Wii U screen that much. It's, from what I understand, it doesn't actually like take advantage of that console that much where it needs to. Like you can't port it. Right. Like the Wonderful 101 that's coming to, which is made by Platinum Games, that's coming to Switch and PC and shit now because they just did a Kickstarter. But
what the fuck?
That game used the touchscreen a lot. Like you had to draw shit on it and all this other shit. And it's still getting ported now. But I guess
what is still?
The Wonderful 101.
Oh, okay.
You use the touchscreen a lot. But it's still getting, they're working around it or whatever. Whereas Pikmin 3, like, Nintendo just doesn't want to fuck with. And they also, like, in 2015, they're like, yeah, Pikmin 4 is almost done. In 5 years and shit. Alright. Don't treat me like this.
They're just blowing their wads.
Yeah, they're blowing their wad way too fucking early. And Nintendo doesn't normally do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird.
But they did it with Pikmin 3 and now with Pikmin 4.
Do you think they're going to finish Pikmin 4? Like, will it ever actually happen?
I think at some point it will get made, yeah.
Okay.
God, at least give me Pikmin Trilogy on the fucking Switch. Please. I'd buy that shit instantly. Any Pikmin game that comes out that's not that fucking one for the DS or whatever, it's like a side-scroller, I will buy. Unless it's like dog shit.
That's fair. Oh my god, I have to complete day 1? The shit got impossible out of nowhere.
Well, we're getting close to 2 a.m. my time. I don't know how much longer you want to go.
I don't know. I'm good to go for however long you want to go.
Let's go for like... Fuck it. Let's go until 2... Let's go like 25 more minutes. Like 2 o'clock my time, and then I'll go.
Alright, cool.
That's like... When did we start this stream?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Who knows?
23:46. So that's like 4+ hours of stream between the two. So that's not bad. Not bad at all, I'd say.
Right. Wait. Say that again? How long did we go?
Like total, like over 4 hours now.
Very nice. Very nice. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay. What game do you want to do for next week?
Well, I kind of want to do... Well, I downloaded Owlboy, so I'd be down to do that. I really want to do A Hat in Time at some point, whether we do co-op or not. Because I played like half of it. And it's cute as fuck, and I like it a lot. So
what is cute as fuck? Oh, A Hat in Time. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. How long do those games take to beat?
I'm not sure. I've never beat A Hat in Time. I think like probably 6 to 10 hours, somewhere in there, maybe.
Okay.
I can't imagine it'd be too much longer than that. Owlboy, I'm not sure. Like, I think probably like in the same realm, 6 or 8 hours, maybe.
Okay. So 2 sessions each, probably.
Probably. Something like that. Although I know there's like DLC for A Hat in Time that I own that I don't know like how much it adds, so maybe it's longer now.
Right. Who knows? Fucking come on.
I've been spending a decent chunk of time the last couple of days really trimming my social media down a lot.
Good. Tell me about it, please.
I cut the subreddits I'm subscribed to into a third. Because I realized most of them are shit that I'm like mildly interested in that I never see posts from on my feed and I never go to look at, so it's serving me no purpose.
Right.
And Twitter, I've muted probably 45 of the 62 people I follow.
45 to 62. Oh, okay.
I follow 62 people. But really, the amount of people, those people I care about, their shit, is like 15 to 20.
If you have me muted, I will scream.
I don't have you muted, but I have no reason to not mute you because you don't post anything.
That's true, but I'm thinking I might use Twitter for some sort of advertisement shit in the future.
Oh shit. Like something cool or just like to use it?
I'm sorry, what?
Like something cool or just to use it in small amounts if you want or need.
Perhaps the latter. But if I do use it, I would want to make like some cool thing out of it. You know.
Never seen about the idea I had when like my freshman year of college, where I wanted to do like a narrative on Twitter.
No, you never told me about that.
With some character. Like I made the Twitter and shit. I don't remember the name of it now. But like the idea was like it was just like it appeared to be like just some dude's Twitter, and it was gonna like seemingly follow the real events of his life, but it was gonna incorporate like some multimedia like weird ass shit and sort of get like horror-y
multimedia weird ass shit.
Yeah, like lots of like weird videos I would put together and all that kind of thing, but I never spent that much time on it. I made the Twitter and I had like some broad strokes ideas for it, but I never ended up using it very much. Not the kind of the password to it. No, and I think there's some other people that have done that kind of thing, like their Twitter like is a character that follows an arc or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People have absolutely done stuff like that. Yeah.
So I at this point I don't find it overly interesting, but something I worked on a little bit, like 4 or 5 years ago.
It could be cool.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. It's one of those ideas that I'll never do, but it exists.
You could do it if you wanted.
I don't. If I wanted to, I would have done it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? There's a line between want and like actually want.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, like, I would say, like, most of the ideas I have, like, yeah, I want to do that. But, of course, like, what you actually want to do, you'll just do.
Yeah. So. That's correct.
So. I wish there was another word.
It would, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there is one. It'd be cool if there was.
Who knows? Who knows? What the fuck am I supposed to do here?
You're like Square, boy.
Squaremon. My favorite One Piece character.
Pandamon. Down these stairs. What? It's true.
No, I'm just remembering the fucking.
Buggy fucking is
Buggy fucking his own ass. His dick and ass are floating in the fucking air right in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I get, you know how you know what I thought about in regards to that almost with One Piece, where it'd be almost, I think, funnier for us to, like, he and I to do instead of like reviewing every, even if we got caught up like week by week chapter reviews. Instead, you know how fucking what's his name? What's that one guy? Teching 101 or whatever, just does topics.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just chooses a character topic. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Like we just talk for fucking 45 minutes about fucking Buggy and his like power and like his fucking cock and balls. But like everything, every character, every arc.
Please do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
I'm confused by this.
I was fucking shrieking with laughter from the Buggy bit, as I commented. So
yeah, when I listened back to it, I was fucking dying.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing that I'm really.
I just want to mention that one of my favorite things about when me and Eric talk about certain stuff is like he'll ask a question that just like I have to explain because like he'll think about something in a way that like you just take for granted. Like the Buggy when he asked me like when I had to explain that I think Buggy has a big red nose and also wants to be a clown pirate, and those things aren't fucking related whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just that idea makes the character more hilarious to me. But like I would have never thought about it that way if I didn't have to explain it. That's how I felt. And the only reason I had to explain it is because Eric will ask a question that's like what the logistical side of like how? Like what is this fucker doing? I'm like, well, I guess he has to,
Yeah, Buggy's a good boy.
Yeah, I love Buggy. Buggy's he's that dude.
Yeah. One thing that I'm glad you and Eric talked about was how Luffy's devil fruit was perfect for manga. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
How it just stretches and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucking. Oda is a god.
This is true.
Please tell me you're caught up.
I am not caught up.
Oh my god. So Odin's flashback just ended.
Yeah, well, I think I'm on like 960, so I haven't read like any of it, basically.
Oh, you haven't
beginning of it.
So you haven't read any of his flashback, or
pretty much no. I think I read like the first chapter of it, and then but I did see that like a week or two ago on our One Piece, like a really upvoted post was, this just ended this just ended the longest streak of the manga of Luffy not being in it at all, of like 3 months or whatever, or 4 months.
Yeah.
Of Luffy not appearing whatsoever, and I'm like, wow, that fucking flashback's still going, huh? But it makes sense. Probably just conceptually, like if you would have told me beforehand that this flashback is going to be like extremely fucking long, I'm like that kind of makes sense, because everything like that has happened, a lot of the shit that has happened since the fucking time skip period, like it revolves around like the backstory of Wano. So
yeah.
But no, I have not really read any of it.
Morge expected it to be longer. Like a lot longer. He expected it to be like 30 chapters.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wish it was. I feel like it. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but I did end up feeling like it was rushed. Oh God. Okay. That's all I have to say to you. Is that it was rushed. I like his death. Oh wait. Yeah, you knew he was gonna die, so that's not a spoiler.
Pretty much. Yeah. And I think there were some out there theories that are like he's still alive or some shit, but
yeah, no, that's bullshit. I mean, like
Wano has been fucking wild in general anyway, so who fucking knows?
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it is always possible in One Piece that like we see a character fucking die, but they're not really dead, right?
Yeah, although that's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh my fucking God.
Surprised we managed to go all this fucking time without talking about the fucking coronavirus, all that shit that's going on.
Well, we can talk about it now.
Well, I'm kind of sick of talking. I talked about it with like the guy I pay my rent to. I talked to him for like 15 minutes. I talked to my dad like 20 minutes yesterday morning. I talked to my grandparents for like 2 hours today.
And now you're gonna talk to me.
Well, all I want to say is that it's very frustrating that our country has no fucking pandemic plan in place whatsoever. So you see places like South Korea and Japan where they like got the shit under control for the most part very early on.
Yeah, did you see that Italy quarantined the whole fucking country?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's bonkers, dude.
Yeah. And so the part of that's frustrating because I feel like the people are panicking like people are kind of out of control, and it's not that I don't think it's going to be bad and that like a fair amount of people could die, because is what's going to happen probably. It's only going to get worse over the next couple months. But I feel like if there was our government wasn't such a completely fucking incompetent, that there would be some sort of plan in place and like a non-biased, non-partisan like source of factual information on what you should be doing. But instead everyone is still trying to argue and make it like a fucking right and left issue.
Yeah.
It's just...
But Tyler, it is.
There's a time to play politics and there's a time to like, hey, I don't want like every old person I know to like get sick and maybe die, so let's try to like figure this shit out.
I couldn't care less, dude. I'm not gonna die, so I don't care.
I mean, you may.
No, I won't.
Statistically, it's unlikely. I mean,
It's extremely unlikely that I will die.
Statistically unlikely that anyone will die.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's statistically likely that 2% will die.
No, it's extremely statistically likely that someone will die. They already have.
Yeah.
It's statistically unlikely that any individual person would die, and it's extremely unlikely that any individual person that falls into like our age range and like is relatively healthy will die.
Yeah. However, having said that, it is extremely likely that I will get it, since I work in...
Yeah, I don't want to get it either.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less about getting it if it's unlikely that I will... because don't most people, like, show, like, zero symptoms, like, ever?
About 35 to 40% of the people who get it don't get sick, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But the thing that makes it dangerous, basically, the most dangerous thing about it is that people who do get it
They don't show symptoms for 2 weeks, right?
It's 4 to 7 days, closer to 4 usually.
Okay.
But that whole time, the 4 to 5 days since they've caught the virus, they can still spread it.
Yeah.
So that's why what's going to happen is that the cases most likely are going to roughly double, like every 4 to 7 days for the next few months until like it spreads around, because that's if every one person infects one other person, which is pretty likely.
Yeah.
Like if you get it, you're likely going to infect somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
So, as where compared to something like SARS, which also came from China in 2003 and was a big scare, and is also a coronavirus, where you are sick for 6 or 7 days before you can spread it. So it's extremely obvious. Like, as soon as you get sick, just stay quarantined until you get better. Like, just don't go around other people.
Right. Yeah.
But you don't have that luxury with this one. So.
Yeah.
But it's just annoying, especially working in healthcare.
I mean, you don't really have a luxury to do that with any of them because people have fucking bills to pay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, who can afford to take a week off of work, dude?
Yeah,
literally no one.
That's what I'm saying, when we need to have some sort of pandemic plan in place where if people have to if you have to shut the country down, that people aren't going to, like, lose their house.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make any fucking sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Like, Italy is, like, suspending everyone's mortgage payments and all this other shit.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but it's complicated, and the shit is happening so fast that I can't even... It's tiring to keep up with. But, like, today, personally, when I was out today, it felt like the first time... Because I've been following it for a couple of weeks, and I would talk about it with one of my pharmacists I'm pretty good friends with, so we talk about a lot of, like, current events and shit. But, so we've been talking about it, you know, a couple times a week for a couple weeks now, just following, you know, the new stats that were coming out about it or whatever. But today I was out and about doing a couple things and going to the store, and it felt like the first time that, like, people were taking it seriously, like, that it's not some fucking, it's not, like, completely overblown and shit, but at the same time do you have to, like, rush through this? Oh, no, you don't. Okay.
No, I have no idea what to do right here. Because as soon as I touch the laser, I'll just fucking die. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what were you saying?
But at the same time, there's lots of people who are just, like, unreasonably panicking and, like, buying, like, extreme amounts of shit, and it's just bizarre.
Yep.
It's an interesting time, I suppose.
I guess. What's up?
I wished I had found a different job by now, because I don't want to be working the job I am and potentially, like, just being around people who are sick.
God damn. Yeah, I feel that. I don't really care. I don't really care if I get coronavirus.
I mean, it's not like I'm, like, mortified of getting it. I just don't want to get it because I don't want to be sick for a week. Because that will be shitty.
I mean,
That will be a week I can't work. Really, like when I got that, like, stomach bug or food poisoning or whatever, and I was really sick for, like, 12 hours, and I like called the day off work, like, by, like, noon or 1, like, I wasn't throwing up anymore, but I felt super weak and I couldn't really do anything. And the most annoying thing was that I couldn't work on any videos or write or anything.
Yeah.
Even though I would have been working at my job otherwise at that time.
Right.
I'm like, I called off, so I really should get some writing done today.
Jeez. I just don't care. Cause, like, I mean, like, I work at a place where where people are just gonna be sick, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know.
You'd have to wear masks all the time and shit for the next...
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, it spreads by.
The masks don't do shit.
The only ones that are worth, like the N95 ones that like actually form a seal with your face, can help. The other ones are useless. Like the open one, the square ones.
The square ones are helpful?
No, they're not.
So which ones are helpful?
They're called N95s, and they go over your whole bottom half of your face. They're used a lot in construction. They keep shit out. Like if you work with asbestos or in construction, like it keeps you from breathing in like hazardous material. So those are the only ones that might potentially help you. But like the square ones that you can more commonly buy cheaper over the like just off a shelf at a store or pharmacy or whatever. Yeah. Those are not for keeping shit out. Like they're open on the sides. If you know the ones I'm talking about.
No.
Like they're like squarish and they loop around your ears.
I don't think this part of the game is possible. No, like I'm pretty sure it's not possible.
Just roll down. Just roll down. Try not to fly.
I've done that before. To see what happens.
No.
Now I'm gonna try going up. See. Fuck! Okay, here. See, so I'm gonna do this, and now I'm gonna do this. Fuck.
So, I think what you're supposed to do is, I think there's you have to go, like, basically dead in the middle, is the only way.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like that. I just saw it, but yeah, like, there's a... Yep, you got it. Nice. I'm just a fucking gamer, what can I say?
Yeah, so about the masks.
The normal, like, surgical masks that doctors and nurses, like, wear when they perform surgery.
Yeah.
Those are for keeping the shit that's in their mouth out of the person getting surgery.
Yes. Yeah.
Or sometimes you see people who are already sick wear them, so that like if they cough or sneeze, it goes into the mask and not out.
Yeah.
You know, but those aren't gonna. If it's an airborne virus, mostly, so if you're breathing and someone near you is breathing it out, you will breathe it in, unless you have one of these. You know, potentially one of these. They're called N95 masks can help, but they're pretty much sold out everywhere. So.
Right. Yeah.
Rip. But I'm surprised. Like a few days ago, it felt like most of the United States was not taking it very seriously, and then within the past, like 36 hours now, you have like the NBA, the NHL both canceled their seasons.
I still don't take it seriously. Maybe I should.
I mean, just being factually aware of, like, you know.
Yeah.
The main thing you could do for yourself is just like, don't go to big public spaces and don't like.
I mean, I work at a hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
But you don't have a grandparent. You don't have like grandparents or anything you interact with, really, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't interact with anyone aside from my parents and my boss.
Oh, well, that's what I was telling Eric and my cousin. I was like, this basic. Well, like I have one pair of grandparents who are always asking me to like come over and have dinner like every couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like I don't want to do it. It's just that like I'm so wrapped up in what I'm doing that I forget to like, get a hold of them and ask them to. Well, now of course, now we had plans, and they're like, oh well, we think it's probably just better just like to wait until like this isn't spreading around, because like my grandpa's had an aneurysm and heart surgery in the past like 2 years, and he smoked for a while.
So that fucker's gonna die.
So so his risk factors if he gets it are a lot higher than someone like me, obviously. So I'm like, that's fine. And I'm like,
right.
I would just be staying home working anyway, so it's not like staying home is like a burden for me. I don't care.
Right.
But yes, I wish if I could go back and tell myself something, it would be like, save $1,500 more and then just quit like the first week of March. Your job. And then and then just live like a fucking hermit recluse on beans and rice all summer, and just work on videos, and then find a new job if you need to by then.
Yeah, I mean, even if I get coronavirus, what the fuck? Even if I get coronavirus, I'm still gonna be working. So, whatever.
Well, if you get really sick, you probably won't be able to. And the people who get like fever and shit, they're bedridden for like 4 and 5 days a lot of the time. Assuming if you did get it and you do get sick.
Yeah, but that's probably a big if for me specifically, right?
Well, not if you work at a hospital.
Fuck you.
I mean, I work in a pharmacy and I'm nervous, so.
I'm trying to make $1,000 a paycheck right now, which is
is that every 2 weeks?
Yes. So
how many hours do you end up working?
So if I work 5 hours a day, then I'll make like over 1,100. Actually,
God, I wish. How much do you make an hour?
16.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
happy for you, but I'm mad at myself.
Yeah. Like you make $12 an hour working a dead-end bullshit job that you despise, right?
That's like stressful as fuck, yes.
Yeah,
I make almost 13 now, so closer to like 12.
So, okay, there's 14 days in a pay period, times 5 hours that I work, times the 16 that I make for each hour. That's $1,120.
And then how much do you end up paying in taxes?
I don't fucking know.
Like 20% of that ish.
I don't fucking know.
I'll just next pay period you start, just keep track of how many hours you work and then look at how much fucking money you make. Or can you access? I can access my pay stub online like every 2 weeks, so I can see exactly how much I actually just did my taxes. They've been sitting on my fucking counter for like a month and a half for me to do, and I just did them. And of course, mine are really easy, so they take like 25 minutes. But
I still haven't done my taxes.
Mine are super, super easy.
Oh, are they?
I imagine they're more of a pain in the ass when you've worked a bunch of different jobs in the past year, right?
Yeah. I still need to call up everyone. Thanks for reminding me. Holy shit. I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, I have to call up everyone and get my W-2s from all of them.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Maybe.
All right. So it's 2:07. Are you done?
I don't know. Are we?
Well, on one hand, I'm pretty tired, and I gotta. Well, there's no polite way to say this, but
you don't. So we're done.
Next time on next time on digital streaming.
We will urinate all over our computer monitors.
Me and one last thing I want to posit is I think another thing that'd be really funny if me and Eric did was like a show talking about politics, because that's the funniest shit that we ever talk about. But of course we'd piss people off. But like,
no, dude, do it.
One of my favorite fucking. Well, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that it's like people take the shit way too seriously.
Or you could have the same formula that you have with Whiskey Time, where you just talk in front of the camera with alcohol, but like, I don't know, if you don't want it to be attached to Whiskey Time, you can still do it, but like upload it to a different channel.
Yeah, maybe.
Just as something to do.
Anyway, the funniest political joke that I can't quit thinking about from this week that we fucking were memeing on was that like trickle down fucking economics.
Yeah.
And we compared it to if I piss on your forehead, it'll trickle down to your mouth. And now whenever I think about streaming, all I can think about is just some poor homeless person getting pissed on. And then Ronald Reagan telling them, yeah, well, if we cut taxes on the millionaires and billionaires, then they'll piss right on your fucking face. Anyway, okay. Next.
Okay. So did we decide on a game we were gonna do next week?
Owlboy.
Oh, is that what we're gonna do?
I'm calling it. We're doing it.
We're doing it?
We're doing it, yep.
You're putting your foot down? That's what we're doing?
Foot down.
Alright, next time we will do Owlboy. Thanks for everyone who stopped by and chatted in the chatter box.
Yes. Thank you, chatters.
Okay, how do I end the stream? Alright, bye.
Bye.